Hi, it's Anna. These are my note cards. Okay, these are my audience members. Okay, ready? Okay. Drinking and driving is a common topic for school assemblies, but this speech is different. Have you ever heard of a designated driver, or DD? This person is key for safety. While researching this topic, the phrase careless death came up often while I was looking at different websites. Because when you drink, you're often like your brain is just like not really there. So whenever you hit somebody, you're just kind of like, oh, I hit somebody. Um, but death is heavy, and the stats show it. There are many consequences that go along with drinking and driving. In an article published in 2022 by the National Center for Drug Abuse Statistics, in 2019, Missouri specifically had 240 deaths accounted for by alcohol, which that's kind of a lot. 240 people. That's like my whole school. That's not good. And 21 of those deaths were individuals under 18. In Surf City, North Carolina, there was a fatal crash this past week with one death. It was the driver who was drunk. He was 52-year-old William Costing. They knew he was the cause of the accident because he had open bottles of alcohol in his truck, in the vehicle, and yeah, it cost him his life to be drinking and driving. On Tuesday, Surf City Police Philip J. Voorhees sent a statement to WECT warning neighbors of the dangers of drinking and driving. Voorhees stated, one reckless decision can cost lives and leave a lasting impact on family, first responders, and the community. So obviously it'll leave an impact on the family because a family member is dying. We all know how it feels. Doesn't feel great. It'll leave an impact on the first responders because like seeing a death isn't normal for most people. So like, and it's pretty normally gruesome for a car crash. And then the community, if it's your neighbor, you're like, oh, I see you when I take out my trash. Well, now you don't see them anymore. That's sad. Knowing the laws can help you stay out of trouble. The legal limit for a driver 21 years of age and above is 0.08% blood alcohol content level. This number may seem small, but it's because alcohol can have such an intense effect on our systems, our brains, and all of our organs and stuff that just messes things up. 0.08 blood alcohol content level is equivalent to about one drink for most people. It can be more or less depending on the person. Everybody's system handles alcohol a little bit differently. Missouri Department of Revenue has the updated policies as of 2025 for driving while under the influence. This can include a suspension of a license or an arrest. There's different levels to drinking and driving. The first offense that if you get pulled over while drinking and driving will be a 90-day suspension of your license. And then if you do it within a year, it gets worse. And if you do it within 5 years, you're still getting another consequence, but like it's less the more time that goes on. But you still should be getting your license suspended for 90 days. And also in the policies, it states you cannot refuse an alcohol test when requested by law enforcement. So if you are pulled over under the suspicion of drinking and driving, so like if you're swerving or something like that, and they ask you to take a breathalyzer, you have to take it or they can arrest you. So let me introduce the solution. Having a designated driver or DD. So what is a DD? It is a person who specifically chose to drive after someone or a group drinks. Making sure to have arrangements for a designated driver is very important. This person does not drink or maybe doesn't even attend the events that everybody's going to. They just pick them up, take them home, make sure they're home safe, and they don't drink. They're sober the whole time. Once the intoxicated person or group is ready to leave, the person will transport everyone safely. In a 2023 article published by Road Safety Education, they state if you bring your car to the party and realize you've had too much to drink, then you leave it. In this article, they also mention if you bring your car or to not bring your car at all, so you're not tempted to drive it home because you're like, oh, I don't want to leave my car at this random person's house. Well, you should if you're drinking too much. With all that, now that you all know about DDs, how do you acquire one? I feel like that's a pretty good question. You need one. In a YouTube video posted by Law Enforcement Insider 3 months ago, they explained that there are programs partnered with law enforcement with DDs. So, it's a program that people volunteer to be designated drivers for people, and then safe because it's partnered with law enforcement. So, if you're unable to find a friend or a family member available, then you can also find a taxi service like Uber or Lyft, which you can just call them and be like, I'm here, I need to get here, and you pay them, and they'll bring you home too. I also want to urge you to offer to be a designated driver for your group sometimes. Take turns within your group so that it's not just one person who doesn't get to drink. It won't be as fun. Well, not as fun, but you want to feel more included. And also, having fun with your friends does not mean you have to have alcohol. You can still do the activities that they're doing, just without the alcohol. And tips on being a designated driver is a section of article published by American Addiction Center in 2022. In this section, they explain ways to keep sober while still having fun with your friends. It could include drinking a flavored drink or a virgin drink, or playing pool or the other activities at the park. With all that in mind, being a designated driver can save lives. Not having one can be fatal. Be the bigger person and realize you can have fun without alcohol. And a safe way home is more beneficial. Don't let a decision you could have made previously be the cause of a death. Thank you.